Hey guys, this is Ryan Typhlosion37, coach of the Pittsburgh Steelas, bringing you semifinals of WPL Season 6, Round 2 of playoffs. I am facing off once again against Dave, Fire King 9, coach of the Minnesota Victinis. His roster, I don't believe has changed since last time we fought him. He has Victini, Haxorus, Blastoise, Umbreon, Miltank, Rhydon, Mega Venusaur, Thundurus, Incarnate, Florges, Cofagrigus, and Steelix. And my draft is Tapu Koko, Goodra, Donphan, Rotom Heat, Gourgeist, Garbodor, Megalopunny, Slowbro, Tornadus Incarnate, Acelgor, and Bisharp. So, getting into the team, I have a sub power up punch, return high jump kick Megalopunny, Tornadus Incarnate with Hurricane, Focus Blast, Icy Wind, Sludge Wave. It is Zoom Lens. Hurricane and Focus Blast are extremely spammable against this team as long as I can hit them. So I have the Zoom Lens to try to make sure I do. Goodra is sub-toxic Dragon Pulse Flamethrower with leftovers. I brought this because I know his primary switch-in is going to be Umbreon, and I thought that if I had to substitute up, that Toxic through Synchronize would not hit me. Uh, you'll see about that later on, but Donphan has Earthquake, Ice Shard, Superpower, and Stealth Rocks with leftovers. Slowbro, Psyshock, Scald, Slackoff, and Ice Beam with leftovers, and Acelgor, I believe, is Focus Sash with Encore, Knockoff, Spikes, and Toxic Spikes. So, getting into the match, I lead with my Acelgor, and he leads with Victini. He does reveal his Scarf with Blue Flare. That gives me my Unburden. I go for Spikes, and I switch out here into Goodra because I know I can take whatever. He crits me, it's a little annoying, but it's no big deal. So I go for sub here, knowing he's going to go into Umbreon, and click Toxic. As I said, I don't think Toxic hits me through sub with Synchronize, but here's where I find out it actually does. Definitely should have looked at that before the battle started, especially in such an important match. But he breaks my sub with Foul Play. I'm poisoned now, which is very annoying. So I go into Donphan here as he goes for Toxic. That was a great prediction on his part, but he really doesn't have much of a switch in. He does go into Venusaur, but I want to get my rocks up because Hazard Tech is so good against this team as long as he doesn't have Defog on Thundurus. So now I go into my Tornadus, a little risky. He does forget to Mega Evolve, which is unfortunate for him. He gets less damage off on me. But now he has to just pick a sack, and he goes into the Cofagrigus. I do 43%, and I knock it out with a second Hurricane. So with Hazards up, he really doesn't have a switch into Tornadus or Lopunny, which is amazing. So he goes into his Thundurus. I go into my Goodra. He does only 25% with Hidden Power. I'm assuming it's Ice, but I'm not sure. He goes for U-turn, revealing he's not choiced. He goes into the Venusaur, takes a lot of Hazards damage, and takes a Dragon Pulse. So now his Venusaur is very low. I believe I'm going to stay in here and just keep him weak, as I do outspeed, go for Dragon Pulse, and he goes for Synthesis. That's no big deal. He's at 65%. When he switches into Hazards, he'll be under half. And I go into my Tornadus just to get another kill. Because, again, he doesn't have a switch in at all. I go for Hurricane here. If I had Heat Wave, it would be a roll to knock him out because I know he's very specially defensive, I believe. But Focus Blast hits because of the Zoom Lens, and I get another kill with Tornadus. He goes into Victini. I sack my Acelgor. I didn't need it at all anymore. And I know he's locked into Blue Flare, so I go into my Slowbro. As he goes into Umbreon, I believe I doubled out into my Donphan. This was predicting Umbreon, or, like, on the off chance he stayed in with Victini. Donphan was my most expendable member at that point, other than Slowbro, but here I reveal the superpower and knock out the Umbreon. I am max attack adamant, which I am almost every time I bring Donphan. And now he goes into the Victini, and I believe I go into Slowbro here intending to sack it because I realize Tornadus and Venusaur both just destroy it. But he goes for Blue Flare, and he dies to Hazards, so I think I go for Scald. No, I go for Psyshock in case he goes Venusaur. He goes Thundurus, so now Victini's dead. Thundurus is almost dead. So I know this is the perfect time for me to get more kills with Lopunny. At this point in the season, it has 25 including playoffs, 23 before playoffs. So I go for Power Up Punch to make sure I can knock out the Venusaur. Victini comes in, dies to rocks. And I'm going to click Return and to get my 27th kill with Megalopunny this season. It is still, by far, the kill leader, which is great. It's very nice having a Pokemon this powerful. I never used Lopunny before. Well, I had used it once, but I had still never thought it lived up to all the hype until this season of WPL. Like, it put in so much work for me, but thank you guys for watching. The link to Dave will be in the description, so is my Twitter. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.